Hey folks, so today I'm working on the bear that I shot the other night. Right now we are just getting the fat off of the hind quarters. As you can see, it wasn't a huge bear, but it'll be plenty of good meat for us for the winter. So we will use this fat, we will render it down, and we'll make bear grease out of it. Use it in place of cooking oil or butter for cooking. And all these little bits of skin or muscle that are on there will actually render down, and that's where like cracklings or pork rinds, that's where they come from when you render down the fat. So just getting this cleaned up and then we'll get to the meat. Alright, if there's any butchers watching, you're probably gonna laugh at me. But right now I'm cutting the back straps out. And Robin is gonna be trimming the fat off of everything. Alright, so now we got a real nice shank roast with bone in. We'll just throw that right in the crock pot with some veggies and some other stuff and make a really nice roast for us. Trim off a little bit of fat here. Alright, so I got the last hind quarters done. Now I am starting on the front quarters. Just getting all the fat off so we can render it down again. And we'll get some more roast and some good cube meat out of here. So about 2 months ago or so, month and a half ago, whatever it was, we went out fishing as a family, and on our way back I found a hunting blind laying in the middle of the road. So I stopped and picked it up, and we posted it on Facebook, wondering if anybody in the area knew who it belonged to. And it turns out the person that it belonged to wasn't on Facebook, but their neighbor put him in touch with us, and he came over to pick it up. It turns out that he is a bear hunting guide in the area, and so that's how we got connected. And I decided to hunt with him this year, and he does such a phenomenal job that on the very first time that I was able to sit in the stand, this bear came out and I was able to harvest it. Right now we are just finishing up getting the last of the fat off of our chunks of meat here. We will get it cleaned up and packaged up. We got a lot of good bones here to make bone broth out of. We got a lot of good meat to grind up so we can have some burger. We got a lot of roasts and quite a few steaks. So we're going to eat very well off of this bear, and it is an amazing blessing, and we are incredibly grateful to Dan of Bear Stalkers, Clearwater Bear Stalkers LLC, for giving me the opportunity to hunt, and grateful to God for allowing the harvest of this animal. Alright, so they had a butcher in camp, and he actually gave me some new techniques that I'd never heard of before. So we were able to process this whole deer in just a whole bear, sorry. So used to saying deer. We processed this whole bear in just a couple hours. Robin is just trimming up the last couple of pieces right here, and most of it is already packaged and ready to go into the freezer. Usually when I process a deer, it takes me a couple of days to process the entire deer, and with these new techniques it's going to save us a lot of time this fall, and actually a lot of meat as well. So normally when I butcher deer, the front quarters, we end up with a lot of meat for grinding, and a lot of the meat has silver skin throughout it, and we try to actually fillet that silver skin out of there, and we end up losing a lot of meat doing it that way. So this new technique that the butcher showed me, we actually just took a bone saw and cut the entire shank off of it, and we'll be able to do roasts with it with bone in, which then we get all the benefits of having the bone marrow in there and all the health benefits that come with bones and bone marrow. The rest of it that was boned out, we will be able to make bone broth out of. So there really was not much waste on this bear.
Love you, Mommy.
My first bear hunting season lasted exactly 3 hours.
And I'm looking at food. This is my eye.
Okay, good job.
Are you recording?
Yep. All right, you goofball, break is over. Let's go back to school.
So once again, we just want to say thank you to Clearwater Bear Stalkers and Dan Hendrickson, the owner. We are so incredibly grateful for this opportunity to hunt and for the amazing harvest of this bear, for all the knowledge in camp, for the opportunity to possibly hunt with them again next year. Just so incredibly blessed and grateful. Thank you very much.